All right. Well, welcome to the first campaign of the Arias Adventures. You four adventurers have just arrived into the port of the bustling city of Fizzpark, the capital of the Gnome Kingdom of Smignagant. The four of you have fled from the city of Arkstead in the kingdom of Slateport. After taking a job that took you through the lands of the Bleak Pass, befriending a lost wizard, rescuing a determined ranger, and discovering a mage tower lost to time and magic, the four of you returned from your adventure to learn that what was only 4 weeks of time for you resulted in 3 years of time passing in the rest of the world. You also learn that while you were away, the crime lord of the city, Lord Orazar Kumog, targeted you and sent his assassins and underlings to deal with your interferences in finding the lost ranger. Den Dinburst, owner of the Shady Dagger Tavern and friend to you all, helped to get you out of the city of Arkstead and the kingdom of Slateport before Lord Orzar and the other crime lords can learn of your location. Now, just arrived in Fizzpark, you find yourselves travel-weary and hungry on the docks of the city as dusk begins to settle in. So, welcome, everyone. Let's just quickly go through your guys' character names, race, and class, just for the audience real quick.
Okay, hi, Rupker. I'm playing Road That Winds, also known as Road or Rhodes. He is a Tabaxi Ranger.
I'm Toguro Krogblast. I am a half-orc barbarian.
And I am Rich, and my character is Lokeros, a blood hunter, human.
Mannie Popple, halfling bard sorcerer.
Alrighty, guys. So you are standing on the docks. You've just disembarked from the ship that brought you from Slateport to here in Fizzpark. You were told to locate a female gnome by the name of Blitz Lockriddle, and she can be found at her tavern, the Gearhead. So, where would you guys like to begin?
I vote that we go find Blitz, because that's an awesome name.
Yeah, let's go find this Gearhead Tavern.
Yeah, I'm starving.
Yes.
Alrighty, so
Oh, God. Yeah, no, I just follow my nose.
Toguro, I was going to say, is Toguro pretty hungry? You've had nothing but like nasty ship food. No fresh meat at all.
Ooh, I haven't had fresh chicken in a long time.
I like to think we smuggled a couple guinea pigs on board for him. Like, we know that's his favorite treat. So
I do still have a surprise in my backpack, but I gotta find a butcher.
Okay, fair enough. Toguro, was it your first time on a ship?
Yes.
How was that experience for you?
What do you want me to roll?
That's completely up to you. How was the experience? Was it
I loved
terrifying?
it, but I don't know. I was going to say, did I have seasickness?
Make a Constitution save.
That's a 17.
Oh yeah. You handled it all right. It was new, a little unsettling at first, but you took it like a champ.
Then I did the pose from Titanic a lot.
please tell me it was Lokeros who was behind you. It's like,
oh my God, Lokeros was certainly there holding him just so he doesn't fall over. Only so he doesn't fall over, for no other reason.
And Mannie was in the back playing the song.
No.
That's fantastic.
Manny's just shaking his head at you guys. Manny's not playing no song to that.
Was it? Well,
Manny's like, this is getting weird.
Only weird if you make it weird.
we're making it weird.
all right. All right. So you guys are going to look for the Gearhead Tavern?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
So.
And on the way, if I spot a butcher, Lokeros is in there. Just first thing.
Go ahead and make a perception check along the way.
Let's see. You said perception, right? 14.
You guys, as you're walking through the city, even though it's late at night, there is some sounds of hammering and tinkering going off in the distance, and you wander for a little bit, making your way to the gearhead, and you do happen to pass a butcher shop, and you do happen to notice that inside there appears to be a light on still. They haven't quite closed up shop yet.
I'll go in.
Alrighty. Lokeros heads in, or do you guys continue on or stop and wait for Lokeros?
Oh, I'm going in with him. I'm excited for raw meat. So
Okay.
Manny's gonna hang outside.
Toguro, what about you?
Uh,
Toguro, I'll be back in a minute. Hang out and take care of Mannie.
I'm hungry.
He needs a bit. I know. I'll get you something. I promise.
I'm hungry.
Something nice and juicy.
Okay.
Alrighty. So the two of you, Rhodes and Lokeros, head in, and you find a big giant human man wiping his hands off on an apron as he has a meat cleaver and some sort of meat chopped in half in front of him. He spots the two of you, raises an eyebrow at you, Rhodes, taking you in, hasn't quite seen a creature like you before, and then turns to you, Lokeros. Good evening, sir. How can I help?
Well, I have a question for you. Do you butcher regular meats, or do you butcher exotic as well?
It depends on what you're talking about. Exotic. I've butchered quite a few creatures. I can handle your standard wild game and cattle.
Well, this is wild. This is not really game, though. But if
probably gamey.
it's
though.
gamey now, though, for sure. I reach into a backpack and I pull out a big, long, slimy mimic tongue, and I put it down on the counter. Can you butcher this for me, or dry it? Butcher it and dry it like some jerky.
What?
Can you do that?
He just looks at that for a second. What in the God's tits is that?
Well, I don't know what that means, but this is from a mimic. This is a mimic tongue. It tried
That's
to
a
eat
mimic
me.
tongue.
Yes. That's
You're
a mimic.
kidding me.
No, I am not. Just jab my sword in there and just cut that thing right out.
Jesus.
He did. I watched.
Well, look, see, I know this is weird. I wouldn't normally do this, and this is a little odd from me even, but we've got a companion that really likes eating different things, and I thought he'd really like this. And he just met his mommy the other day, and I think this would, make him happy.
Okay. Okay, I'm made of questions. Just made of questions, but yeah, I mean, if you want to wait, I can at least get some try to cut some steaks out of it, a couple of raw steaks if you'd like, and then I can start drying some meat and have it if I can have it ready for you in a few days.
Oh, that would be fantastic. Yeah, if I promised him something when I came in here, and so if you could cut a steak out of it like right now,
Okay.
a piece, and then you just use the rest to dry out jerky. I'll come back, pick it up, and I really kind of need a steak right now too.
Oh.
That'd be fantastic.
Okay.
And you don't need to put anything on it.
Are you sure?
The plainer, the gamier, the better. He likes really. He's very eccentric.
I have a feeling he keeps company with the same sorts of people as he eyes the two of you.
I'm in the window fogging up the glass by staring at it.
Jesus.
Yeah. Well, we don't eat cats. I mean, don't call him cat though. He doesn't like that.
Oh, fair. My apologies, sir.
No,
I mean, he kind of
offense
looks like one, but
taken,
don't call him.
You know what? Don't encourage him. So Road sort of bristles a little bit, and then sort of takes his paw and like smooths down the back of his neck, and it's just like it's fine. It's fine.
He lifts that large head. We'll say it's like a good 3 feet, chunk that you had cut out from the mimic. So he's just like, just wait around for a little bit. I'll take this in back and see what I can do.
Great. Like maybe 5-10 minutes maybe for the steak?
Yeah, I mean.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay, great. Okay, so
long.
you just want us to hang out front?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, great. Okay, we'll do that. How much is that going to cost total?
I normally, to prepare a, cut down meat for people, I charge 5 gold pieces, per pound. But honestly, man, I'll make you a deal. How about you give me, you leave me a good, let's say a good, I don't know, he's like sizing this thing. How about a good foot piece for me? I'd be curious to see what I can do with this, and then I'll cut a steak for you and prepare jerky, and we'll call it even. How's that?
That sounds great. Yeah, make him like kind of bite size, maybe like 2 bites worth, kind of for a rather, an abnormally large mouth.
Okay.
Like let's just say orc mouth.
You mean that orc in the window?
No, not that orc.
As he points to Toguro behind you guys, his face still pressed up against the glass.
Lokeros turns around and sees Toguro on the window. Yeah, actually that orc. I was trying to be conspicuous, but he's really hungry. So the faster you are, the better we're all going to be.
Fair enough. He takes the giant tongue and back, and you hear a meat cleaver coming down quite a few times and hear slicing.
Can I do something while he's back there? So you said that he was cutting meat up front when we showed up?
Yeah, it looked like he had just finished slicing something smaller down.
Yeah, so are there any I don't know, any scraps that might be out that Road is going to sneakily try to steal?
You can make a perception check.
Okay, yeah. I want to see if I can find just an errant scrap that I could just pop in my mouth.
Can I make a perception check to see if I notice?
Sure. So that's an 18 on my perception.
Okay, yeah, you notice some small pieces of fat and sinew that look like he trimmed away. That's exactly what he wants, what Road wants. He's going to be the sneaky cat trying to steal off of plate here. So can I try to? Yeah, I was going to say you can make a stealth check or a sleight of hand check with advantage since he's in the other room right now.
Okay. Ooh. So with advantage, that is for sleight of hand at 24.
Oh yeah, you easily scoop up good 5 or 6 pieces. I just want one. I just want one. Hook my claw on one and just pop it in the mouth, and I'll be grinning when he comes back, this just shit-eating grin. He doesn't even take notice as to the scraps that are missing, and he just smiles warmly back at you. He thinks you're just being friendly. I wave. It's I'm interested to try out some of this meat myself. It was quite soft to cut into, so this should be in. Yeah.
Oh, really? Well, it didn't feel soft when I was trying to eat my arm.
Well, I've never come across them before. I hope to never come across one alive.
Yeah, well, if you ever see a chest out in the wild, I suggest you just leave it.
Fair enough. Sounds like wise advice. He sets the small package in front of you. He tells you that he was able to cut a couple steaks easily for you. Decent size. Look like your friend could use a good couple pieces. So
yeah, he could, and he's kind of like a puppy sometimes. So I didn't want to bring him in because he would have been eating everything on the counter.
Well, I thank you kindly for that. Come back in a few days, and I'll let you know and hopefully have some jerky ready for you, sir. And what was the name so I can put it on your order?
Lokeros.
Alrighty, Mr. Lokeros, you have yourself a fine evening. And you too, sir.
I will. Thank you, sir.
So Rode says,
this is Rode.
Mr. Rode.
thanks, and he darts out the door.
So, Mannie and
while that was all going on, while that was going on and Toguro was pressing his face, you said that I've been here before?
You have. You've been to like a section of this town. It is a very large city, bigger than Arkstead.
Okay, have I been to this part of the town before or no?
This part where you guys are at, this is the main hub areas. It's right off. I was going to say it's right off the docks. There's shops and whatnot. It's where a lot of like newcomers come and start off.
Okay. Do I notice anything like different or new to the eyes?
No. This part of town looks the same, pretty unchanging. The only thing that's different is right now it's starting to wind down for the evening. So you know that these streets are usually packed during the day.
Oh, okay. So it's getting late in the evening.
Yeah, it's starting to wind down. You see shops turning their signs, or they're turning their signs to closed, or turning down their lanterns. A few last minute shoppers here and there, people milling about.
All right. I'll just wait then for the others to come out.
And Toguro, what's going through your head as your face is pressed up against that glass?
Contemplating life right now because there's only a thin layer of glass separating me between the meat. So I'm kind of, and I'm so strong. So why should I be kept out?
Oh, God.
Mannie just looking straight ahead. Please don't break the glass.
I won't, as I say, while my face is still like pressed up against it with a river of like drool coming down.
You see Rhodes and Lokeros turn, and Rhodes quickly comes out the door, and Lokeros follows after. And in his hands, you see he's got a package.
I look at him with my big old eyes.
Yeah, that's right, buddy. I got you something.
Oh, I'm shaking my butt like a dog. I'm excited.
Like, okay, I pictured this a little bit differently, but
Jesus.
this works. Okay. Well, so this has been in the pack for a while, so I hope you like it. And I know you like exotic stuff. Remember that crazy maze that we were in?
Yes.
Rode and I ran across a mimic, and well, it tried to eat me. Rhodes did a pretty good job helping me kill it. And I thought, you know what? I think Toguro would really like some mimic tongue. So I cut it out, and here you go.
That is disgusting.
Mannie, it's not for you. I mean, you can have some if you want, but this is really for Toguro.
Okay, Toguro can have it.
I eat it.
Mannie is just appalled.
I eat it. The foe of my friend who tried to eat my friend. I devour it.
There's something symbolic in that. Like, if you try to eat me, the only way I can win is to eat you.
So you don't even wait for it to get cooked. You just take one of the pieces and just...
No, I want its power.
All of a sudden, I'm less hungry now.
You know, Rode, this would be a perfect moment to give our wizard buddy some garbage right now. That'd be awesome.
I know. You know, I would have told him that we only fed Toguro to keep him around just a little bit longer.
Well, you guys think back fondly of your pal Percy.
And for some reason he stayed, but you know, he's a super duper wizard now.
I know.
Right?
He's going to make us call him Percy the Powerful from here on. This is going to suck.
I am never calling him
Well,
that.
probably. Yeah, well, maybe call
Never.
maybe we could call him PP if he wants to be Percy.
Oh
the
my
Powerful.
God, can we please do that? Yes.
I will definitely call him PP.
Absolutely.
I
He's for his other nickname as well.
Oh.
Well, okay, but I wasn't alluding to that. We'll keep that one under wraps.
It's an Easter egg for a later show.
Poor Percy. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, what do you think, Toguro? Do you like it?
I love it.
It was soft. It tasted
Great.
full of so many flavors that you've never had before. It was better than the cockatrice that you made.
I want more mimics.
Damn.
Well, that's not all of it. So it was a big tongue. We got some jerky coming, but it's going to be a few days. And I figured that was no big deal because I don't know what we're doing here and what's going to happen. At least we can walk the streets. So I figure you might be around here for a little while to figure things out and, try to figure out where we're going and what we're doing next.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, let's head to the tavern.
Off to the tavern.
Alrighty. Manny, you know where it's at, but you've never been. There are dozens of taverns here in Fizzpark, and you've only been to like maybe one or two. But the Gearhead is said to be one of the like more popular taverns where plenty of gold can be made by bards and whatnot and entertainers looking to entertain a crowd.
I relay that to the group.
Sounds like a blast. Let's go get some work.
Absolutely.
Alrighty.
let's go.
So as you guys make your way through the rest of the city, by the time you reach the Gearhead, you see it is a large tavern. It's bigger than the Shady Dagger. Shady Dagger's kind of like your run-of-the-mill small town bar. But this place, you see lights glowing from the inside. You see a giant fireplace, like smoke coming up out of the top of the building. It looks to be home to a couple of looks like it's got 3-4 levels to it. You hear music and laughter coming out, people coming in and out and whatnot. This place looks like it is hopping.
Nice. Good music.
Wow, man, you've been here before?
I've never been here, but I've heard of a lot, and I hear it's pretty popular, so it sounds cool.
Well, this sounds like your kind of place.
Yeah, I mean, it is. But, I try to keep a low profile.
Well,
for now.
Now would be the time for you to increase that, to elevate that profile a little bit, Rhodes says. And just as he sort of like tightens a little bit in this packed crowd here, says, why don't you go find Blitz for us? I'll go wait, and he looks for any dark, secluded corner he can find with the fewest people. Any corner that he can get away, as far away from the crowd while still staying inside the building.
Rhodes is off skulking.
You look, and the closest thing you can find to that is like a coat rack area. But still, I was going to say still, there's like people.
There like
I was going to say still, there are people just almost shoulder to shoulder in this place. So you still kind of have to kind of push your way through the crowd.
Okay, he slinks over that way.
Lokeros and Toguro, are you following Mannie or?
We're gonna go up to the. So this isn't just this is an inn, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna.
Did you guys want to stay here tonight?
It's
getting late. We can get rooms.
I definitely want to stay here for sure. This
Rhodes, do you feel comfortable with that?
So Rhodes says, essentially that he'll stay wherever you guys want, but you can see that his eyes are kind of darting all over the place as he's just watching all of these people, and he's much, much tenser than he was when you guys were on the road.
Yeah, this is definitely out of his comfort zone.
Would you like a drink, Rhodes? I could get you one.
Yeah, that sounds great. Thank you.
Okay. So Mannie will go up to the bar with Lokeros and Toguro if they're going up.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, going up to
Toguro,
procure
you
some
smell
rooms.
so much food coming from the kitchens.
Is there anyone that walks by with like a food tray? Because I'm just gonna start following that person.
You do see a dwarven woman walking by with a tray of what looks to be a stuffed
Oh
pig
yeah, I just
head.
follow her.
Wait. I will get you one. I will
I
get
grab
you
the
one.
back of
Follow
his
me.
belt and I just hold on.
Big head.
Oh my goodness. We'll get you some. Hey, listen, we'll ask for
Big
appetizers
head.
first.
You're so cultured,
Rhodes?
Manny. Like, appetizers, party first. and
This Lokeros just stares
So I'll
at
walk
Manny
up.
like, who are you?
I reluctantly let myself get
What?
pulled.
I'll walk up and I'll hop on one of the bar stools. I'll hop up
Okay.
because I can't just sit down here. I gotta like climb up on
I
it.
get a running start, just like full vault up.
Should I make like an acrobatics check to see
Yeah,
if
I'm sorry, Manny.
You know what? I'm doing
I'm
it.
trying to clear a room and hold on to Toguro at the same time. I can't put you on the stool too.
15. It's all right. I got 15
Oh, yeah.
for acrobatics. I'm gonna
This
like
place is.
pedazzle my
I was
way.
gonna say this place is short people friendly as well. So the bar
Awesome.
counter is just a little bit lower than an average one, and the bar stools are also they have rungs on them, so or like easily
awesome.
accessible for shorter folk. Rhodes, as you're skulking in your corner, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Okay. So that would be a 21.
As you're scanning the room, looking at all the different, like this is probably the most concentrated place of all the various races of Arias. Before in Arkstead, it was a lot of like gnomes and humans and a few half orcs here and there, but you see that there is a table full of Nicogen sitting around sharing what looks to be like bottle of wine, laughing and talking and whatnot. They all look super relaxed and everything here. You see some Farin wood elves also over in a corner. They look to be dressed in traveling gear similar to yourself. A couple of them are sharing a long pipe between the two of them and whatnot and talking. You also see a table of high elves. There's two of them, very well dressed, keeping to themselves, watching the room. You see a table of dwarves and like full-on orcs playing cards and being very loud and rambunctious, talking with each other. And over by one of the back doors, you see a tall orc woman with like short, spiky hair. Looks like she's got two big old axes across her back. Her arms are folded across, and you see she's scanning the room as well, looking around. And for a moment, she almost makes eye contact with you and kind of arches an eyebrow before she goes back to watching the room.
All right. Well, so I'm definitely torn between going over and trying to eavesdrop in on the Nicogen table, because Rode is very curious about them, since they look sort of like him, and they're pretty much the only creatures he's found on this continent so far that do. But I think the orc woman catches Rode's eye the most, and so if I can, I would like to see if I can stealth up closer to her and see if I can get a better sense of what she's about.
Yeah, go ahead. Make a stealth check.
Okay. Not my best roll, but that would be 16.
You make your way. People aren't paying attention to you. They're busy at their own tables and whatnot doing stuff. So you're able to and she's busy scanning the rest of the patrons in here. And you're
Okay.
able to make your way closer to her.
All right. So once I'm closer to her, am I able to get a sense of if she's looking for someone, or just generally wary, or can I do like an insight check
Yeah,
on
go ahead.
her disposition? Okay. Could that be a 14?
Yeah, after spending a few moments watching her from your spot, it looks like she maybe is just kind of like a bouncer or she's just kind of doing that, like, sweep kind of routinely across the room with her eyes, watching people. She sees a couple of the orcs yell at the dwarves who are playing cards, and you see she looks like she's getting ready to make a move to approach them, but then they all kind of like start laughing and joking around again with each other, so she relaxes a bit, but she seems very much like maybe as on edge as you are. She's just looks to be very focused.
Okay. If they get that, then Road will see if he can slink back closer to the Nicogen and just sort of eavesdrop in on their conversation.
And then for the audience, the Nicogen are a special race here within Arias. They are a humanoid race that are smaller, a little bit taller than dwarves, and a little bit shorter than a half-elf. And they have feline features. They look completely human except for they bear a tail like cats, and they also have cat ears as well. And they are a very delicate race. Typically, they are found bound in slavery or in servitude to a lot of the other races, but there are a few kingdoms and lands where they are free. So Rhodes has really found himself interested in these people.
Yeah.
So
Fellow cat people.
Yes. So you approach their table and you see one of them is drumming a lute-like instrument. Has a very almost mournful sound to it, like a really like lighthearted, mournful sound to it, if that makes sense.
Okay. I think I don't want to like engage them. I just want to hang close and sort of see if I can just observe and learn about them while everybody else is doing their thing.
Okay. They don't take any notice of you. Mannie, Lokeros, and Toguro, you guys approach the bar and climb up.
Yes.
You find a gnome woman with short, spiky white hair, and her tips are frosted in a bright blue. You see she's got goggles resting on her head, and
You said
What?
tips?
I said
Okay.
tips.
Tips.
Tips. I thought. Never mind.
It's not that kind of show, damn it.
I'm not saying. I seriously thought she said another word that sounded very close to tips. I was trying to figure out how that got frosted.
Oh my God.
Well, no, the tips of her hair are frosted a bright blue. You see she's got her sleeves rolled up. She's not wearing a typical like tavern apron. It looks more like a workbench apron. And next to her is a portly dwarf man who is wearing a regular tavern apron and whatnot. And they're both busy serving drinks and food to people standing up at the bar and whatnot. And every once in a while, one of them will yell to the kitchen and place an order or stop passing waiter or waitress. So what would you like to
Manny
do?
will hold up his finger, try to wave one of them down to talk to him, one person.
The woman spots you and makes her way over. Good evening. What can I get for you, lad?
Hi, ma'am. Yes, my colleague here, he's very hungry. I was wondering if you had any quick food that you could make us. I'm willing to pay, of course, and also a round of drinks, 4 to be specific.
Let's see, a round of drinks.
And a big table.
Well, if you can find yourself a table amongst this din of fellows and boys, good luck. But yeah, around anything particular, I've got dwarven ale, elvish wine. I've got some tasty mead from the west.
Ooh, I'll give me some mead. The 4 of those mead, yeah.
All right, a round of honey mead. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
Oh, I love honeymead. Thank you.
Fantastic. And then what do you have? She turns to you, Toguro. And what can I get for you? You look
Mimic.
famished. I'm sorry?
He's
yeah,
so funny
He meant-
sometimes.
he is. What he meant to say was a pig's head.
Oh, I've got 3 more left on the spit, so I'll
We'll
send
take
I'll take
two.
them all.
Yeah, we'll take 2.
all.
All of
2?
them.
Oh, okay, that's going to be
Okay, we'll take all of them.
that'll be 5 silver each for the heads.
Oh my god,
And how
yes.
much for the honey mead?
Oh, the honey mead, that will be a silver apiece.
I throw 2 gold, and I'll say keep the change, of course. And also, maybe you could help me out with some information.
Sure thing.
We're looking for Blitz.
Well, you're talking to her.
Oh, well, look at that.
Oh, fantastic.
Well,
Who's
awesome.
asking?
Hello, Blitz. We
Well,
are.
my name is Mannie. And this is my friend Toguro. And my
She nods at
friend
each one of you.
Lokeros. Den sent us.
Den. Oh, what is that bastard up to these days? Is he
Oh.
staying out of trouble?
No.
Of course not. Is he still trying to compete with me as to who has the best inn? Because I think I'm winning last I checked.
I don't know. I've never been there. Wait, no, we went
Wait.
there once.
His was nice, but your establishment is, might I say, might very nice. Very nice indeed.
Oh, thank
That's
you.
why I forgot we had been to the other one, because yours is so amazing. I completely
Aw,
forgot we
you're
had been to
kind.
his.
So, what did Din send you for? Is he in a bit of trouble again? I told him he just needs to relocate here and work for me.
Well, actually, we're the ones in trouble. We kind of,
Oh, she arches an eyebrow.
yeah, we
We're in
kind
a
of
pickle.
pissed off some crime lords.
Say no more. She holds up a hand. She stops a waiter passing by and yells at him to clear off one of the tables in back and orders your guys' food for you. And she also yells at him to get her a fire mead ready for her. She's going to take a break. And she directs you guys where to go and sit. And she says she'll join you in just a few minutes.
Oh, that would be great, because we still need to get some rooms. Hey, do you have any suggestions on, like, your best rooms?
I've got quite a few comfortable rooms up on the 3rd floor available.
Yes.
Large and spacious.
Do we have any?
They also have
Oh,
wash
yes.
basins in them.
Oh, that would be great, because Toguro really needs a bath.
I don't want to.
I know. Yeah, I know. Are they close to anybody? I mean, are they just, how spacious do you mean?
Let's see. She flips open a large book and flips through the pages.
60 square feet, maybe?
Okay. So she tells you that the rooms come with comfortable beds. Each room has 2 full-size beds in them with fresh linens and towels. Each room is also given, each guest who actually stays in the tavern is provided with a complimentary breakfast in the morning.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, fantastic. So this is like a suite.
Well,
How much for 2 rooms, I guess? We could each share one.
let's see. If you're friends of Den,
Adjoining, that would be great.
she rubs her chin. She's just like, since you are, if Din sent you, I'll give you a discount. Not a free ride, but definitely a discount.
Okay, that's fair.
How does that sound?
That sounds great.
Typically for those rooms on the top floor goes about 3 gold pieces a night. How about we make it 2?
Okay, so
Sounds
4
great.
gold total.
Mm-hmm.
All right, hand her 4 gold.
She quickly takes the gold and then makes a couple notes down in her book.
I hand her 8 more. I think we're going to be here for a few days. So
that's
can you
fine.
put
We
us down
can-
for 3? If we don't come back, that's fine.
Sure. She adds a few more notes to her book. How about you lads go ahead and go grab that table over there and I'll join you shortly and you can tell me what's going on.
Got it. Thank you, ma'am.
So you guys follow the serving boy that she had yelled at and he quickly wipes the table down and everything and pours you guys glasses of water while you wait for your drinks. There's also a fresh basket of bread sitting there ready for you. to tear into.
Do I notice them move over that way?
You do. You see them all heading that way.
Okay, then I'll slink over in that direction with them.
All right.
Hey,
Rhodes
boy,
rejoined you guys.
do you have any honey, boy?
Honey?
Honey,
Uh,
yes.
I've got honey, jam, jelly, marmalade. Whatever you need, you just tell me and I can just bring you a sampling.
Yes, I need all of that. Thank you.
Okay. He quickly rushes into the back as you four sit down.
Why don't I have money? I asked Lokeros.
He's been giving you
been
money.
eating it.
What have you been doing with it?
I thought it was weird that I jingled when I walked.
That's why your stealth roll is a bit horrible. Okay.
So I give the honey mead to Road. Here you go.
And so Rode takes it with both paws and takes a big, long swig of it. A couple gulps, and when he puts it down, there's a little bit caught in the fur around his mouth, but he looks slightly more relaxed.
Oh, yes. This is quite delicious. You haven't had anything like this before.
Yeah, so you all right, Road? I know this is, usually a little much for you, all the people and such.
He says, I'll be fine. I'll be better when we're at work. His leg is bouncing a little bit while he's sitting there at the table.
Yeah, I understand. We'll be okay. We got some nice rooms, and they're next to each other, and they're big, so plenty of room to lay out.
Thanks. What do I owe?
Yo, I got it. No big. We got it.
All right.
Thanks,
Nothing.
guys. Yeah, we have it. No biggie. We also found Blitz. She's on her way over here soon with hopefully 3 pig heads.
So Road sort of perks up
So
at
we
that.
can eat.
Okay, that's good. Maybe we can get some direction on what to do and where to go from her.
Well, she's our contact, so I hope so. And she does know Din, and they've got some sort of friendly rivalry going on, whatever that is. But this is definitely way better than Din's place. Just don't ever say that to him.
Rhodes sort of chuckles weakly. Yeah, well, I'll do my best to remember that.
I'm keeping my eye on the orcs. I've never seen another orc, so.
Oh yeah, they're much bigger than you, and because you're a half orc, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So these are like full on full-blooded orcs, so they're a bit bigger and greener and whatnot. They're sitting at a table with some dwarves, and they're all playing cards and all being loud and giving each other shit and whatnot, just being really rowdy over at their table. One of the dwarves slaps the ass of a passing wench and whatnot, and they all like laugh raucously together.
I'm just watching them and try imitating some of them, just like their movements and whatnot. And if I see a waitress walk by, I slap their ass.
Okay. A young lady, half elf, walks by. She's carrying a tray of drinks.
I slap it.
Make a strength check.
Oh no, this is bad.
Only 12.
Okay. Let's see.
Rhodes reaches over and smacks the back of Toguro's head when he sees him do this.
Oh my god, you're gonna blister her ass.
She catches, she loses balance, and her tray of drinks that she was carrying splashes and starts to spill. And she looks around and sees you and just huffs frustratingly and bends down to start picking.
I just smile at her.
She gives you a frown, just bitch eyes.
I frown at Toguro, and I just kind of shake my head, and I help her pick her stuff up. I'm sorry, ma'am. He's just.
It's fine. It's fine. It happens all the time. No. Just please.
Did anything break? Did anything break, like glass or?
No, these are all like metal cups and whatnot, steel and everything. Nothing breakable. Pitcher is made out of pewter and whatnot. So
wood and stuff like that. Okay.
She just
offers up.
I
Rhodes
offer to
offers
help
to
as well.
pay for any of the drinks that were spilled.
Oh no, it's not the first time trays have been dropped. It's just, manners maketh a man, they say, as she looks at
Well,
Toguro.
yeah, as you can tell, he's not really much of a man. He's, he hasn't been out much, and he's just, he's trying to figure things out. He doesn't mean anything bad by it. He's just trying to figure things out, and I apologize.
It happens. She gathers the rest of her stuff and then heads back into the kitchen to grab a fresh tray.
Toguro, what the hell was that, man?
That's what the orcs did over there. I thought that's what I was supposed to do.
But you're not. Well, I mean, you are a barbarian, but you're not like them. Have a little bit more class.
They're assholes. You aren't.
Yeah, you're a friendly guy.
What Rhodes said.
Just be yourself. People will like you if you're yourself.
Absolutely, Toguro. I mean, you don't have to be like Mannie. Mannie is a little more refined than most of us.
Yeah, I'm a little bit more forward, Forward, I was going to say, but yes, refined is nice too.
People like Manny a little too much, so you want to find a happy medium. That's really what we're trying to say here, Toguro.
Yeah.
Happy medium between orcs and Manny. Got it.
Oh God.
Yes.
What have you guys created?
I don't know.
Manny just makes a very disturbed looking face.
Lokeros is extremely nervous.
Rhodes purrs a little bit at the thought.
Rhodes, you notice the orc woman standing in the back watched what happened and everything, and she does not look happy as she watches what Toguro did, but she goes back to her surveying.
Can I make a perception check to see if I can tell who's looking at him after that?
Sure, go ahead.
Oh, probably not. Let's see. 5 and 9.
Yeah, you don't notice.
What you doing? So what you've been checking out the orcs there, Toguro?
Yeah, I'm just watching them. Yeah.
Well, keep in mind that not everybody's terribly fond of orcs. Not that you need to have everybody like you, but not everything they do is going to be things you want to mimic.
Except for maybe in battle. And when you're do it a lot of the orc thing in battle for sure.
Yeah, do a lot of that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Outside of battle, maybe not as much.
Yeah, because DM, your world is pretty racist towards orcs, isn't it? If I remember correctly.
Yeah, there is.
I mean, not here. I know it's everything, but like normal, the world is
more in the human and elven and dwarven kingdoms is where you'll find a lot more racism, stigmatism against orcs and Nekogen and whatnot.
But I never dealt with that, right? Because since I was raised in the woods with dire wolves,
No.
Okay.
You were raised around the Great Mountain.
Yeah, I'm
region.
just obsessed with those orcs. I've not seen another one that's like me. That's cool. I mean, I know I'm half orc, but I've seen humans, but I haven't seen orcs, so I'm kind of like very like intrigued by them.
Oh yeah.
Do I see that lady dwarf or orc?
Go ahead and make a perception check to see if you notice her.
Nope, that's a 5.
You don't. She looks like all the other orcs in here to you. Doesn't stand out. So after this transpires, Blitz comes and she's got some servers behind her, almost just like a parade of trays following behind her as she has her apron off and everything, and she's carrying a tankard of something for herself. It looks red and frothy. She sits down and she starts directing them to set plates and whatnot down. So a fresh basket of bread and jams, jellies, butters, marmalade as well. Kid remembers. 3 pig heads that just smell amazing. Their skin is crisp and flaky, steam's coming off of them. There's also a bowl of soup, a big pot that she brings as well, and bowls are passed out to you all. And she dismisses her staff and looks to you all and says, "Well, dig in, fellas. You look like you could eat."
Oh, I just start cutting stuff off the.
Yeah, I just start ripping in with my bare hands.
I take one head for myself.
Yeah, same. Just shoveling it into my my toothy maw.
Yes.
And I have like a big chunk in my mouth. I go, "Rrr, rrr."
Well, thank you, lads. She looks to you, Rhodes, and she's just like, "Oh, you're new in town." And who are you, young man?
They call me Road. My name's Road that wines.
Oh, that's a lovely name, Road. You can call me Blitz.
It's a pleasure, Blitz, he says, sort of like haltingly, but sincerely.
Yeah, she doesn't seem to even seem put off by you at all. So she lets you guys take your time eating and whatnot, and after a while, she just is sipping at her mug and everything. Every once in a while, a young lad will come and fill her tankard up with this red frothy whatever. And as you guys look like you're starting to calm down with your food and whatnot and start slowing down, she's just like, "So, what's going on? What's the news? What can I help with, fellas?"
Well, as Mannie explained, we kind of put off a few of the crime lords, and they're after us pretty fierce. We took a job, and we found this hunter, and we were supposed to bring her back, and well, it was by our parents, and the crime lords found out. We found this wizard tower thing, and next thing we know, I don't know, what, maybe a week, Manny?
It was 4 weeks.
Something like that. We weren't gone that long. It was 4 weeks, but we came back, and we've been gone for 3 years. Something happened in that tower. I don't know, but we spent apparently way more time than we thought. So in the process, they all thought we were dead. They thought, the girl hadn't come back, and people were really angry. And well, I guess it's kind of our fault that we created a mess. I don't know.
Well, it's partially her fault. She threatened a friend of ours, and we had to put her down.
Well, that's too. If we had brought her back alive, that may have been a little bit better, but we still would have. I made a promise to her. Nobody else knows. I made a promise to her that we would take care of her issues when she gets back, but I think they were a little much for her, and in the end, we had to make a sad choice.
She's the one who made a sad choice.
Well,
Agreed,
Toguro. That's true.
so which crime lord did you happen to piss off?
Occam's razor, O-razor, whatever. Whatever. I wrote his name on my to be dead list, but I don't remember how to pronounce it.
I think
Road just says angrily. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure his name was Occam's razor.
It was no. His name was Orizar Kumar.
Yeah, that's the one. Road says as soon as she pronounces the name correctly. Yeah.
Oh, you went and pissed off one of the bigger ones, huh?
Yeah, well, we'll deal with him eventually, but I think we need to lay low and get some work before we're ready for all that.
How many crime lords are there?
There are 5 who run Slateport. And
5 in Slateport alone?
Well,
Is he the worst one then? Is he like the crime lord boss, or?
well, let's just say there used to be 7 and down to 5, and he happens to now own the businesses of the previous 2.
So that would be a yes.
Yeah.
So he's doing our work for us. Got it.
No, Road.
Also making
no.
it harder to get to him there, son.
Well, that's never dissuaded me, but I do acknowledge that we need to gather some strength and resources before we deal with that particular kettle of fish.
Well, is there anything happening around town that we should know about?
Here? Oh, there's lots to do here in Fizzpark. I mean, There's, let's see. Well, it depends on what you guys are interested in. There's stuff here in the city. There's the Tinkerers Guilds. There are the markets and shops. There are a couple of adventurer guild halls that you could go to, but what's the fun of that? Let's see. There's the Clockwork Palace. And, there's outlying mines and stuff throughout the Kingdom of Smignagant, but here in, Fizzpark, there's plenty to do if you're looking for work. I mean, hell, you could walk around the tavern here tonight, and I'm sure you could find a job if you're interested in something. So, completely up to you.
Well, what do you think, guys? Do you think we should just keep working, or do you think we should take a break and stay low?
No, I want to get out of here. I want to. No offense, it's a lovely place, but a lot of people. I want to work.
Kind of want to continue as well.
Yeah, well, we could make this kind of our base of operation, and we can take some odd jobs here and there.
Sure.
And until we know what we're gonna do.
Well, I mean, it probably won't take you very long at all to find a job or something here in this city. Like I said, it's a big place.
Yeah.
One of the busier capital cities in all the kingdom.
Yeah. So Rode sort of hungrily jumps on that idea. Yes, let's do that. And he sort of turns to Mannie and says, "You're good with the words and things. Maybe you should, when you're ready, of course, start talking to some people here. See what you can find for us."
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna take a pig ear, and I'm gonna kind of gnaw on it. Get up off my chair.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna kind of look around, see if there's anybody intriguing.
So you pretty much notice a lot of the same patrons that we're looking at earlier. There's still that table of loud orcs and dwarves playing. There is a table of Nikojin. There's about 4 of them sitting quietly in a corner, drinking wine, playing an instrument that looks similar to your lute, but it looks a little bit like it's got a longer neck and what. See, there's also a table of 2 high elves and a table, can't remember how many I said, of a wood elf at another table, smoking pipe and whatnot.
I'll go to the Nikojin table because I see the instrument. I go, "Oh, well, hello there.
Okay.
I love that instrument. Can you tell me more about it?"
The Nikojin suddenly stops playing her instrument as she looks up at you, and she's just like, "Oh, hello."
My name's Mannie. I really love your instrument.
You. Do you play?
I dabble in a few things, and I pull out my flute. I've been practicing on a few things here and there. Would you like to hear?
Well, sure. Her ears twitch a little bit in interest.
All right, I'll play just a little ditty on my flute performance.
Mm-hmm.
21.
Oh, nice. So, are you playing something fast-paced or slow?
Yeah, a little foot thumper there.
They all you see their tails flicking in interest and whatnot, and her eyes just get wide as she listens to you play. And once you finish, they all politely clap excitedly at you and whatnot. And she says,
I spin around and I bow ever so slightly. Thank you. Wipe the sweat off my brow.
Yeah.
So what are you guys up to in this neck of the woods?
She introduces herself as Naomi, and her siblings are traveling to the elven capital kingdom of Menthalas, spending a couple of days here to resupply and whatnot.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, me and my friends just showed up today, and we've been looking for, some odd-end jobs, and we were wondering if you had heard anything going on or needed some assistance yourselves.
Oh, well, you guys are what? adventurers or protectors or something, like guard for hire?
I mean, we're adventurers. Yeah, we could pretty much do anything. I have a big friend. He loves to eat, but he's good with the battle axe, let me tell you.
Oh,
And I kind of gesture over at my table.
and she turns her head and checks out your guys' table and whatnot, and she sees Toguro and everything, but then she like spots Rhodes and she's like, "What is he?
Oh, that's my friend, Rode. He's a tabaxi.
What is a tabaxi? I've never seen anyone like him before."
Well, a lot of people would ask the same of you.
Oh, well, fair enough. She blushes a little bit.
He's a good friend and a very trustworthy one. That's all we need to know about him.
Fair enough. Well, we weren't sure if we were going to hire help or not, but she looks to her other sibling. She's like, "What do you guys think? Maybe it protects some of our cargo. It might not be a bad idea."
I kind of like turn to my group and give them like double thumbs up.
One of her siblings, guy Nico Jin, he looks to be wearing like some leathers and whatnot, and he's got like short cropped black hair and fuzzy gray ears, and he's just like, "I don't know. We still have business to finish up here for another few days. How soon are you guys looking to head out for a job?"
Well, I mean, we just ordered some rooms for a couple of days, so like I said, we just got here, so I guess a couple of days.
How much do you charge for an escort?
I'd have to ask my group, but I think we could be, reasonable.
He kind of looks skeptically, sizing you up in particular. Make a persuasion check.
Okay. 16.
After a few moments, he again looks over at your table and he's like, "Okay, well, if you give us a fairly decent quote, then we may have a deal. How about that?"
Okay, sounds great.
All righty.
Thank you for your time. And I turn around and head to my group and tell them what was going on.
So they want us to guard their shipment? That's what I'm understanding?
Yeah, from what I heard, they want to help them get to the Elven Kingdom.
Oh, how far away is
The
that?
Elf capital, excuse me.
Let's see. Looking at your guy, because you guys still have a map of Arias, right?
Yeah, we
it
do.
kind of like has an
So-
enchantment on it to show where we can go. Or where.
That's right.
Yeah, where we've been, yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Reshare that with y'all. So you are on the tip of Smignagant, and they are looking to travel. So that is a very dangerous journey. So they have an option of either taking a boat across Gadgeton Bay or going through the Bleak Pass, which you guys have already been through.
Ooh, so that's a
okay. So that's
right.
That is a bit.
so. Just to keep our options open, maybe we talk to a couple other groups here tonight, and then we can get back to these Nikijin.
Yeah, they did say that they weren't going to leave for a couple of days. And with that far of travel, that would make sense because they would probably need a lot of supplies.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, and what did they say? What kind of cargo? That's a long journey.
They did not. Yeah, they did not tell me specifics. They asked if we could give them a price, and if it was reasonable, they'd hire us.
That's a pretty hefty trip. We could charge a fair amount for that.
That's what I was thinking, and I don't think I've ever been to the Elven capital.
You have not. You're more familiar with a lot of the southern lands and kingdoms. Not made it that.
I've never traveled north. And I'd be afraid it's cold. We don't have very good gear for cold
Lokeros,
weather.
you know that Savanor is your homeland. Well, where you were raised at least. So
Yeah.
if you guys travel across the bay, you'd be passing through your old stomping grounds.
Yeah, we would. Well, I wouldn't be opposed to passing through Seven Orb, but it's up to you guys. I mean, that is a long journey. We were on a rather large one,
Yeah.
for years, right? um,
Pretty much.
but I mean, I think we have a few funds. We could procure some, more, cold equipment to pass through. I mean, that's 7 oars. It's pretty much just human there. But I don't know. How do you feel, Road?
Well,
You okay with human and elf?
yeah, I'll go anywhere. I just I mean it's the first job option we have. Maybe we could just do a quick listen around the room here and see if we can hear anybody else talking about it, and then we can pick between one or two things and find the best option.
Also, just food for thought. Just food for thought. Nikojin are very, very scarce because of slavery. So they would need a little extra protection, I feel. So
Ooh, yeah, so this changes things for Road as you remind him of that. So he's like, maybe on second thought we should help them. And
then you,
it's not right.
DM, I'm sorry, I just wanted to ask again. You said there was 2 tables of different elf races. A high elf and wood elf?
Are the wood elves are called Farine, and the high elves are called the Shalanas.
Okay.
So there's a table of 2 Shalanas, and then there's a table of 3 Farine.
I mean, I could ask the elves.
And who's in Menthalos then? Look at what kind of elves are there.
Menthalos is home to the high elf.
Oh,
And do we know anything about like the elf community?
Go ahead and make a history check.
Natural 1.
Okay, you have no idea because you've never been and you've never met a high elf.
All right. I could try to talk to the elving-looking fellows if you want.
Lokeros, you might have a little bit more of an advantage because your kingdom is neighboring to a lot of their smaller lands.
Yeah, let's see. History check.
Yeah, I'll give you an advantage on it.
Oh, sweet. Oh, glad I had that. Okay. 15.
Okay. You know that they very much stay within their own community. When they are asked by other kingdoms or lands to send a delegation or aid in something, whether it's a natural disaster or to mediate a disagreement between 2 lands, they will lend that aid, but they tend to be a little the elitist side and stay to themselves. However, they are quite friendly with the human kingdom of Savanor. There's a debt of gratitude that goes between the high elves and the people of Savanor.
Oh, Manny, maybe I should give this a try.
Okay. Would you like me to tag along?
Elves like, sure. Elves like humans, at least these elves. So, maybe that'll give us some sway. Try to.
Sure.
I mean, why did you want to go talk to them?
Well, we're looking for work.
We're looking for maybe possibly other work, or are we just
seeing our options.
Okay. Do we want to find any more out about these high elves? Maybe in Menthalos? If we take the first job, maybe we want to know a little bit more about what we're getting ourselves into.
That's not a bad idea. Rhoda agrees. A DM question for you, though.
Mm-hmm.
This might be a silly question, but Menthalos is a free kingdom. We're not worried about the Nikochin getting enslaved when they get there?
No, the high elven kingdoms are very strict against slavery. They do not allow the transportation or selling of it at all within any of their borders. So
Okay.
They would be safe once they got there. However, there are still dangers even
Right,
within
right.
the city here of being
Right.
taken.
Okay. All right. Would Road know any of that?
I'm just gonna go ahead and say probably not. You
Okay.
haven't been in Arias for very long, or you
Okay.
joined up with these guys.
But that's something we might find out when we go talk to these other elves.
Okay. Yeah. So I Road is in support of gathering a little more information before we accept the job.
Toguro, your plate is empty of 2 pig heads. You've cleared through 2 of them. You have eaten a whole bowl of bread just to yourself. And it's empty now before you.
Hey, Toguro, just call for the boy and have him bring whatever you need.
I scream, boy, as loud as I can.
Yes, just like that. Perfect. Couldn't have
Perfect.
done it better myself.
Love it. Tell them to put it on our tab if they ask.
Thanks for joining us for the Arias Adventures here on Party Advantage. Come join our community on our Discord channel and hang out with the cast and fellow fans of the show by following the link in the show description. Find us on Twitter and Facebook by using @PartyAdvantage to check out fun posts, polls, and special announcements. Lastly, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you stay current with all our episodes on iTunes, Google Play, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Come back on Thursday for the Farwind Saga run by fellow DM Rob Kerr. See ya then.